What is good, everybody? It's Jay Coffee on the vid for you guys. Now check it out, man. I got some news here for you guys that's got me kind of wondering about 50 Cent, man. So check it out. 50 Cent, just came out with the new book called Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter, right? Fifth put out a book before, the 50th Law. And 50 Cent's all about like psychology, playing mind games with people and different things like that. You know what I mean? Like manipulating people and things like that. Now, Fifth talks in this book, there's a story about how he wanted to get on Oprah, you know what I'm saying? And he says his grandma was a fan of Oprah, and if you can get on her platform, it's such a huge stamp on your career, and just says a lot about your success. And I mean, listen, I've already covered on this channel, I'm not going to go all into it on this video, but there's a lot of really funny style stuff about Oprah. You know what I mean? We know she's wrapped up in some things, and I just don't understand, why this meant so much for 50 Cent to go on her show. You know what I mean? Because he goes on to talk about how since she didn't want him on the show because she doesn't like his music and what he stood for, he decided basically, if we're not going to be cool, then we're going to be enemies. You know what I mean? And went on to diss her and, try to put her on blast and say that her fan base is nothing but aging old white people, and that he named his dog Oprah. You know what I mean? Like trying to play her and everything. And it's like he's talking about how he did all this to, basically try to manipulate Oprah into being cool with him to stop him from dissing her, you know what I mean, and get what he ultimately wanted. But I just don't understand why 50 Cent even cared that much, for real, you know what I mean? Like, you care that much about your career that you're willing to put aside any values or morals or anything like that, you know what I mean? He says flat out in the book how he brought up how when the Me Too movement was going on, Oprah was only calling out people in the black community. So it's like, yo, Fifth, why would you want to align yourself with her? You know what I mean? On top of all the other funny business, weird stuff that we know that she's wrapped up in. Like, I just don't understand it. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, this really has me wondering about 50 Cent. You know what I mean? Like, you guys get in the comments and let me know your thoughts on this. But it's just wild, man. Like, you see a lot of times that these artists, some artists do stand for something. Some artists stand for nothing. It seems, when it comes to 50 Cent, he stands for, what can get him something out of a situation. You know what I mean? And you can never trust someone like that, in my opinion. And we've kind of seen it with people on G-Unit Records and stuff like that. Artists that 50 Cent work with, how we've seen their relationships go sideways. You know what I mean? Like, that just goes to show you, you know what I mean? If someone can put everything before having any kind of morals or anything like that, then how can you trust them to be a genuine, have genuine relationships with people as far as friendships and doing things in people's best interests? You can't, you know what I mean? And it's just goes to show how weird a lot of these celebrities are, you know what I mean? But he goes on in the story to talk about how she didn't like the music that he wrote, you know what I mean? And she couldn't appreciate it, and she felt that it was no good, and that, he was making music about, his experiences, that he was shot 9 times, and the music that he made was art, and he was trying to make the best out of some of his situations in his life. And like, that all makes sense, what Fifth's saying there. You know what I mean? I get that, but come on, 50, you straight out called out the real about, you know what I mean? You said she's no good, you know what I mean? And she's on some hateful stuff, and it is what it is, you know what I mean? And then you did all this to try to get to be a part of her movement, basically. Like, I don't know, man. I'm not feeling it. But you guys let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. Does this make you look at 50 Cent different? You know what I mean? Because we know, like I said, I ain't going all into it. I've touched on it in other videos. But she's wrapped up in some things. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. Let me know your thoughts on this. Sub to the channel. Hit the bell if you're new. Thanks for watching, guys. Jay Coffee Talk, daily videos, music, news, sports, much, much more. I'm out of here. Peace.